Hello, Miss Nancy. Lord, I had y'all. I don't see how females do it, getting they self together every single day. Cause honey, I need my eyebrows microbladed, and I need eyelash extensions. Cause y'all see this? I took them lashes off real quick, and my head wrap, yeah, it's off. I got a headache. I still got readings for the signs I gotta finish. Also, y'all, if y'all are not already, please, for the love of God, because don't get me wrong, y'all, I love talking about my business on my personal page, but I would rather talk business on my business page, to be quite honest with you. Things, but I really do want eyelash extensions, because like I'm one of those type of girls. I don't wear makeup like that. Like the main reason I've been doing liners because of me wearing lashes, but sis over here trying to get this skin like flawless HD A1. Cause when my skin is flawless, I don't need no kind of makeup. Like I already don't need it, but it's like it makes me feel a lot more comfortable. So I'd rather have eyelash extensions and do microblading, because I just don't have the energy to really do my makeup like that anymore. It's too time consuming. My time needs to go to other things. But I don't know what the title of this video is. So as y'all know, Mercury in retrograde is coming up, and also I don't know, dang it, this is why. Oh, I don't know if you guys knew. The moon is currently in Scorpio. So I think it's supposed to be going into Sagittarius tomorrow. It's supposed to be going into Sagittarius tomorrow, I want to say. But y'all know Scorpio be doing some damage. Not even gonna lie. Scorpio be doing some damage. But Scorpio is all about death and rebirth. Scorpio is like pretty much you ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell up out of here. Like that's literally how Scorpio's energy is. And then Mercury being in retrograde, I don't know what sign it's supposed to be in. I didn't do the research with that, but I feel like it just keeps seeming to me like the energy of the 555 portal, it's just continuous. Like it's just been going on and on and on and on. Cause I'm doing the readings for the signs off of that energy, and that's coming up. That's been coming up in the cards. Like y'all, I'm getting ready to go do air signs next, and I'm doing Aquarius. And I've been seeing that a lot coming up for Aquarius, like Tower moments. And then literally, y'all, as I was shuffling, Tower came out. It was Tower, and it was something else. And literally, what is this? What is this? What of Wands? 5, 6, 7, 8. Y'all gotta excuse me. I'll be a hot mess trying to read Roman numerals. And isn't that funny? I literally just see, I feel like this low-key too, this might be for the live. We got the Eight of Wands, and we got the Tower moment. So it's literally, I feel like this is more so, and then too, this is confirming what I'm saying. This is more so, it's kind of like being in battle with your masculine energy, or your unhealed version of your masculine energy. And it's kind of like all of this stuff is coming to the surface. All of these things are happening, and it's like what I'm also picking up too off of this Tower card is sudden change and a sudden death. Like those that have been avoiding ego deaths, and those that have been avoiding letting go of stuff that's no longer serving them. Spirit is like, look, we try to be patient with you. We try to be subtle about this, and it's like, now you finna have all of these things coming. And it's crazy because in one of my readings that I posted about, I said it's literally getting ready to be a shit show for some people. Like, it's like, I picked up, I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with it or not. It's heavy Kali energy. I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with that deity. I won't go into her background or what it is that she did, but pretty much it was like, I can't think of that saying. It's at the tip of my tongue that said something about do no harm, take no harm, do no shit, take no shit. I don't know what the actual saying of it is, but it's literally like Kali is coming in to clean house. It's kind of like I can't even say right now was the calm before the storm. Right now it's just a storm. It's just a plain storm, and the calm is really gonna come. It's almost like the calm is gonna come afterwards, but it's almost kind of like the darkness is being broken down. The darkness is being broken down so the light can shine through, because that's the main thing that's like really prevalent with these cards. Like, all of the light that it is that's shining off of the cards. It's kind of like, too, what I'm picking up is hermit mode. Like, a lot of people have been in hermit mode. They've been in their mind and they've just been doing a lot of thinking, and it's kind of like spirits allowing some things to fall apart so that the light can shine through, because people are just really overthinking, and overthinking too much it really puts you in a sense of your masculine energy, because masculine is all about the mind. Masculine is all about logic and just all of that different stuff. So it's pretty much really forcing you to really dig into your intuition. For some of you, foundations, what I'm seeing too is I'm looking at this symbol. I don't know what this symbol means, because like I told y'all, I just got this deck. I don't know what this symbol means, but I'm hearing unstable foundation as I look at it. And it's pretty much like a lot of people, the way that a lot of people have been moving, it's really been built off of lies. It's been built off of I'm hearing false hope is what it is that I heard. False hope, masks as well, and something's telling me to use this deck. And see, y'all, this is the thing. I was not even planning on coming on here to do a reading, but Spirit said go ahead and let them know what's up. So we gonna see what is it that folks got with these unstable foundations. What is it that this foundation has been built off of? For some, it could be somebody that it could be someone that it is that you're dealing with. For some, I'm hearing it's people in your life that it is that you're people in your life that it is that you're tolerating. For some of you, it's, and this is a message I've been channeling for a couple days. For some of you, it is friendships. Unstable foundations with friendships that have expired or ran their course. The next card that came out is karmic relationships. Unstable foundations with karmic relationships. Men giving women or women giving men false hopes that everything is going to work out. So it's kind of like this Tower moment is really going to force people that are in karmic relationships to let go and love themselves. And karmic relationship isn't necessarily an actual relationship. It can be people, a group of people, a place, a person, or a thing. For some people, I'm hearing it's also been heavily with their job. Their karmic energy is their job, needing to leave that job. I'm gonna have to clarify that card, because God's Foundation's Heartbroken came out. For some, foundation for a lot of people is going back to that whole mask thing. because self-indulgence but shadow work is what it is that came out. So it's pretty much like asking yourself, you want people to like you, you want people to love you, but the real question is, do you even like you? That's the real question. Do you even like you? Can you tolerate you? Can you enjoy being in your own presence and not feel like you have to automatically swarm all of these different energies around yourself? And as I'm saying that, it's 555. So for some of you, that could be something that it is that you need to change. And it's kind of like, this is something I've been channeling also, the phoenix. I keep hearing the phoenix rising from the ashes. So it's really just going back to the tower moment. All of this stuff needing to fall and all of this stuff needing to come crumbling down so that you can rise from the ashes, so that you can really, it's kind of like the facade too. The facade needs, not the facade, the facade needing to be broken. Because like I was saying, if you're just not coming into the live, dealing with toxic masculinity, and just in certain aspects, overthinking, worrying about stuff that you don't need to worrying about, just doing things in excess. And I want to say too, this was another message that I channeled, because I took I was a massage therapist. My license is expired, but yin and yang energy, to my knowledge, don't quote me on this, do your own research, I want to say yin energy is cold, and yang, or as my teacher told me, it's really pronounced yin and yang. The G is technically silent. Yin and yang is hot energy. So it's just kind of like, it's literally like, what it is that I'm picturing is, of course, you know, with a balloon, when you take the air route, that's you're taking the hot air out, but it's like essentially like, it's like cold air in a way. The way that I'm hearing it in my mind and coming out of my mouth, it's not making no sense. But when you blow in a balloon, it's hot air. That's yang. And when you put too much air, when you keep blowing and keep blowing and keep blowing, eventually it just bursts. So it's like needing to be an even balance. And what I'm hearing too is some people might be dealing with hot flashes. Some people might be dealing with a really fast metabolism. Right now, as well. I don't know if I just said this already. Hot flashes. It could be feeling like it's premenopause, and it's really not. It's just kind of, what I'm hearing is your body's way of getting. It's like your body's way of getting rid of excess energy. But for some, you may actually need to balance that out. And I guess I'm gonna have to look into that, because engagement ring fell out. And I don't know how that fell out, because I wasn't shuffling my cards. That's the weird part. So obviously Spirit has a message for engagement ring. So we'll see what is that. What I'm hearing too is examining commitments in your life. What things in your life have you committed to that you're just like, you don't know if you can necessarily handle these obligations? And I feel like for some, you may have committed yourself to too much, because all of a sudden I feel like this weird weight on my shoulders. Yep, and that's exactly what it is. Yeah, 8 of Cups in reverse came out, and it's literally like you have all these obligations, and it's just kind of like every time when you feel like you're taking one step, it's more things that's coming up. It's all, what I keep hearing is it's always something. So Spirit is saying, what commitments, what exactly is it that you have, what is it that you have committed yourself to, that you need to, what is it that you need to separate yourself from? What is it that you need to set? What is it exactly that you need to set boundaries with? Is what it is. Okay. What is it that you need to set boundaries with? For some, you could be committing to your addictions. It's the card that it is that came out. What is it that you're trying? What is it exactly right now that you're trying to force? What is it right now that you're trying to? What is it exactly that you're trying to control? What addiction have you overcommitted yourself to? What's something that you're having a desired outcome for, and you're doing any and everything that's possible to make sure that outcome turns out exactly the way that it is you want to? And the crazy thing with that is another confirmation. If you follow me on Instagram, BrujastoBlunts LLC, that is my main page. My backup page, the only difference with my backup and my main page is BrujastoBlunts LLC is my backup, and just plain BrujastoBlunts LLC is my main page. But just asking yourself, what is it exactly that you've committed to? The next card that came out is Stab in the Back, and what I'm hearing here is I'm in too deep. I'm in way too in over my head is what I just heard with that card. So for some, it could be a romantic obligation that you committed to, and now it's just kind of like you're trying to take the wheel, and it's becoming disastrous. It's becoming disastrous at this point for some. And for some of you, it's almost kind of like, in terms of things you're trying to manifest, some of you may be trying to convince yourself that things are turning out in the way that you want to, but it's pretty much like the whole thing with it's pretty much how the whole thing goes as far as with free will. Yes, God gives us free will, but he gives us free will sometimes because where free will is also where the lesson, where free will is also where the lessons are. For some of you, in terms of this free will, I definitely feel like it's gonna be in terms of money. You are stretching yourself way too thin as far as money, and then some of you are gonna have to make a decision. There may be obligations that you have with finances, or there could be a job possibly that you're going to have to let go of. You really need to ask yourself, is this really bringing me happiness, or am I really doing this? Am I really doing this for the sake of other people? What is this? Ten of Swords. And with this one, it's kind of like, what I'm picking up from this is like, just in terms of financial obligations, you're really feeding your ego. You're living in terms, you think that you're living in a state of abundance, but you're really living in a lack of mindset. And like I said before, if you're just now joining, committing yourself, pretty much you're committing yourself to too many right now, too many financial obligations. And it's just like, for some of you, what I'm feeling this like literally in this headache. This is the only thing that I be hating, y'all. When I do readings, literally when I'm looking at certain cards, I'll channel the pain that's coming with it. I'm picking up like sharp shooting pains in the neck, and it's like the headache is running up the back of my head and stopping right in the middle. So it's kind of like your spirit is saying, what burdens are you trying to continue to carry? For some of you, these are burdens that have been embedded in your DNA. For some of you, it could be generational curses that you have committed to, what's the word I'm looking for? Generational curses that you've committed to keeping up. And you need to ask yourself, are these, let me put these cards out, are these quote unquote traditions, are they serving your best interest, or are they doing you more harm than they're doing you good right now? Is what it is that I'm hearing. I'm gonna use this deck because I said I was gonna use this for Aquarius reading. Aquarius reading might get delayed, or hell, this low-key might be Aquarius's reading, to be quite honest. I usually don't like to put readings in separate places, but somebody please, I'll pin your comment if I have to. Please remind me to save this live, because I think I'm gonna put this live up on my YouTube, because this gonna be Aquarius's reading. I already feel like it's Aquarius's reading, to be quite honest with you. We gonna see. And if you haven't already, share this live, tag a friend, whatever. So we got here too, and as I'm saying, the moon is in Scorpio. The new moon in Scorpio fell out, and it says work through your fears. See if we can get 3 more cards out, because I've been doing the way that my readings, I've been like, there's this girl I watch on YouTube, and she uses tarot, but the way that she does it is she uses her tarot cards as like storylines, and I really like that, because I don't really study tarot. I just read energy off the cards. I do have a book. I learned like the suits, learned the meanings, the minor and the major arcana, but I really like how she does storylines, with her cards. It's helping me to learn to really understand the cards and really better be able to interpret it. So Aquarius, what I'm hearing here is there's things that you need to work through your fears. Spirit is saying you really need to work on grounding yourself. You really need to work on grounding yourself a lot more. There's a decision that's going through your head right now, and you're thinking on it, you're contemplating it, you're trying to go with the flow, and Spirit is like, look, you need to make a decision, and you need to be clear about the decision that it is before that you make. But you also might be feeling like you're not confident. You're not necessarily confident that you will you're not confident that you'll make the right decision. It's also what it is that I'm hearing here. That's your biggest thing. I'm looking at these cards, and it's kind of like you're receiving all of this information. It's to the point now you really can't hide from, you honestly and truly can't hide from the information. You can't hide from the information that's coming up. You can't hide from the downloads that's coming up, and I feel like that's what really has you in this very contemplative energy. So it's like you're getting downloads from stuff. You're wanting to speak on it, but the only thing is you don't necessarily feel confident. Now the next cards that came out is 9 of Wands. And the funny thing is, the 9 of Wands came out in my Scorpio reading, which is on YouTube. I am going to be posting my YouTube link in my Instagram bio. I don't think I posted it there. So if you have Scorpio anywhere in your chart, and even if you don't, it might resonate. But it's almost kind of like a sense of feeling, like I said before, just with the burdens that it is that you're carrying, and going back to that whole foundation. A lot of 4s have fell out with this reading. It's like just guarded energy, like you feel you're guarded, but you feel incomplete. And this also like low-key could be in terms of love, but it's like Spirit is like, you're working on it. You're trying to do what you need to. You're trying to do what it is that you need to get your ducks in a row. The only thing is it could be another woman that's involved in this situation, or it could just be a feminine energy, because the snake, competition, enemy, clever, and malicious. So it's kind of like what I'm hearing is you're plotting and you're planning your next move, but you're not wanting it to be obvious what it is that you're doing, or what it is exactly that is your next move. I'm also hearing, the word I'm hearing here is meticulous. I think that's the word, meticulous or meticulous or something like that. So just trying to be precise here. The next card that fell out was passion, and then I did say this, I don't know if I put it on the video or not. I feel like for some, as far as getting things together, the biggest issue that you have with coming forward, because this is just completely shifted into love, the biggest issue that you have with coming forward is your fear of being abandoned. You don't want to open yourself up to love. You don't want to open yourself up, period, because you're being afraid that that person will leave you. Like, you feel like you have everything that you need in life, but you also need to be honest with yourself. Being honest with yourself and realizing you don't have who it is that you love. You can put all this energy into work. You can put all this energy into all these different things, but you can't deny the chemistry and the passion that you have with this particular person. But it's like, even though Chaser came out, I'm still getting like runner energy. And like I said in the beginning, with, and this is just confirmation, with meditate and contemplate, really needing to focus on grounding yourself. But Spirit is saying, if you know this person is for you, take that leap of faith and follow your knowing. And I feel like this card, even though it's purple, that card is very much so crown chakra. So like I said a couple minutes ago, there could specifically be downloads that it is that you are receiving, new information that you're receiving just about your life, your job, but specifically your love life, because love has been coming up a lot for this Aquarius reading. The next card that fell out was accept the unexpected. So that's the biggest thing. You can get downloads all day long, but when you really want to tap more into the information that you're getting, I feel like too, that's why a lot of people shy away or get nervous to really meditate, because a lot of the answers that it is that you're seeking are in your meditation. And it's really just, are you really to accept the as the card says, are you really ready to accept the unexpected? Are you ready to get the confirmation of things that you've been knowing? Because it's kind of like, you can sit up and get signs all day long, but when you really take that time out to meditate and all of those answers come up and match the signs that you're getting, it's a completely different story. And then the next card that fell out was judgment. Judgment separates. So using discernment, using your better judgment will help you to, meditation will help with your judgment, with separating your ego from your intuition. I'm gonna pull one more card here, because y'all, like I said, I was not planning on doing the reading, but here we are. I always say one more card, and Spirit's like, let's throw out 6. Let's throw out half of the deck, shall we? And these cards are so tiny. I low-key, y'all, when I first got these cards, I wanted to take it back to Amazon, but my Spirit was like, no, you're gonna need them. And I use these cards more than anything when I want to channel more off of words and phrases, I should say. Okay, hold up. There's a card in here that flipped over somewhere. I know it's a yellow card. The next card that came out is find a new approach. So the way, like how I said in the beginning, with confidence is your key to success. You may be wanting to come forward. There may be somebody that it is exactly that you're wanting to talk to, but Spirit is saying you need to find, some of you may need to find a new approach. The way that you're wanting to approach this situation is pretty much, it's not beneficial. It's not beneficial or healthy. The way that you're trying to approach it is from a ego based, and Spirit is like, vulnerability does not live in ego. In no way, shape, or form does vulnerability live in ego. It lives in the feminine. It lives in the feminine energy. And that's like, just goes back to how I was saying that toxic masculinity. Stop feeling like in order to express your love for somebody, you have to be in this guarded energy. And I don't know why, every time I see that card, I hear that song, Papa Was a Rolling Stone. Like, it's easier to keep jumping from girl to girl than to just let your guard down and settle down with the person that it is that you know that you're meant to be with. So we'll see if one more card fell out. If not, that might be the ending of this reading. Okay, so that is that, y'all. What was something that I actually did want? But yeah, that's that. If it resonated, let me know. If you haven't already, go ahead and share this post, and I will talk to y'all soon. All right, bye.